Hello beer troopers and welcome to yet another review of a pumpkin ale that I picked up on J&B Craft Drinks in the Netherlands. More from smaller breweries in this pumpkin ale odyssey. Besides this one, we only have two more left we're going to pair together in one video, which is Southern Tier Pumpkin and Southern Tier Warlock. Two very different styles though. But just to finish with something I've had before and somewhat know what is, because I know pumpkin is going to be good. Hopefully, it was back in the day. Let's see. But this is going to be fun as well. This is from District 96 in New York, and this is their Hello Gourd-Geous, a 6.8% pumpkin ale. So we, on occasion these days, get District 96 in Europe, which is insane. I mean, the distribution on a lot of awesome American breweries in Europe is just through the roof these days. Even side projects been over here once in a while. Like you could actually get a small amount of Peppy Van Winkle beer barrel time in Europe through distribution. It's like what? But it was also hella expensive. I think in Denmark there was only one shop that got it, and they got like 12 bottles, so it's not a lot. But yeah, it's just it shows that something's going on in the States with craft beer and the bubble. But needless to say, it's awesome for us Europeans. So District 96, I've tried a few of their beers, mainly collabs and mainly hazies. And actually some of the highest rated hazies or the hazies I've given the highest grades are beers from District 96, at least a few years back. I haven't tried any of their stuff since. It's mainly actually been collabs with Equilibrium that have been really, really good. But we started getting their beers here, and we actually that was actually recently a huge series of different hazies from them on Beer Dome. But I didn't pick any of them up because I'm just a bit over haze. So instead, we're drinking their pumpkin ale, going backwards instead. So no, the pumpkin ale can be nice. So let's see what this one's about. It's a pumpkin ale, and they have a little silly description that says that they took their Photo Op Space beer, which is a hazy IPA, and then they changed 100% of the recipe, and then they put loads of pumpkin in and double dry hopped the out of it with cinnamon, ginger, clove, and nutmeg, and call it liquid pumpkin pie. So it's a different beer. It's just being fun, but the pumpkins they use are fresh and picked from their own farm, and they call it a perfect blend of cinnamon, ginger, clove, nutmeg that they have in here. So, yeah, sounds good. Looks quite hazy and very orange, warm orange, like a fall day. This looks like autumn leaves. It looks nice. It's a similar color to actually the pumpkin spice latte from Left Hand. Just it's hazy. It's not as dark as either the Scythe from Drowned Lands or Smashed Pumpkin from Shipyard. But it looks nice in the glass. I mean, I don't. It's just it almost like looks like an extra dark New England IPA to some extent because it's actually quite hazy, and it's got a off-white-ish head. Let's check out the aroma on this one. So this one's got a lot of pumpkin aroma. It's quite funny because the Scythe, funny. It's quite funny because the Scythe I just had before this was very vibrant and warm spice, but lacking pumpkin. This has more pumpkin and more balanced warm spice. Bready, gingery notes. I think ginger is the most dominant spice I'm getting on the nose, but it has that gourdy kind of pumpkin nuance, and it's got quite a lot of it. I think this is the most pumpkin forward of all the pumpkin ales so far. Getting some of the clove on the nose as well. Clove, ginger being the most dominant aromas. I think my all-time favorite spice for pumpkin pies and whatnot is cinnamon. And I'm not getting loads of it. But yeah, quite gourdy. Kind of like slight sweet bready malt. It doesn't have that like dead-on pie crust breadiness. It's more like pumpkin pie filling, really. But it smells nice. Let's try it. Cheers. More spice on the flavor. Very good body on this one. It's quite velvety, but you get that drying sensation because of the fall spice. Good amount of pumpkin flavor to this one, I think. Like especially compared to all the others. The only one that really stood out with lots of actual pumpkin flavor, I think, was the smashed pumpkin, pumpkin head from Shipyard, even though it wasn't that great. But this is actually, it has a good amount of it. pumpkin doesn't taste like that much, but it has like this slightly earthy like flavor to it. When you try it cooked, if it's fresh and you also smell it fresh, it's a bit more like cucumbers actually, I think, which is interesting. But I think it's like in the same family as like squash and things like that. And cucumber, I think, is in that family too. But this is another like more balanced pumpkin ale. It's not like super vibrant with the spices, so you can drink a few of them. I think that's like, it seems like that's also like a big thing with these beers. Like either they're full on with crazy spice and people think it's too much, or it's like more easygoing and well balanced. And I think people fall into either camps. Like some want it easygoing and kind of like this, and some want it like massively spicy and like bursting in your face like a pumpkin spice latte. And I think I like the latter. Like I love when it's like loads of festive spice. I mean, just case in point with the left hand, that was just like so intense on the spices, but I thought it was really good. Ginger definitely being most dominant, clove being most dominant, and the like it's just like slightly bready, maybe wheaty or something like that, like the malt base. The malt doesn't shine that much. It's almost like as if the malt is like just a kind of simple canvas of like some kind of slightly darker crystal malts or something like that, or like Munich malts or something like that. It's just like it doesn't feel as robust. It feels almost like more like I know they said they completely changed the recipe, but it almost feels like New England IPA type base beer with loads of high protein grains, because it also has a very good mouthfeel and it's quite fluffy and airy. But I think it's good. I think I might have liked Scythe just a little bit more than this, actually. For sure. Just because it had more of that intense fall spice. Like this, again, it's got more gourd flavor, and that's also good, but I like the fall spice aspect more. It's definitely there, it's just not like in your face. It's good though. I mean, if this was my local brewery making something like this, I think I'd enjoy it. I'd love to see like someone do something like a doppelbock as the base or something like that. Just like where you get a lot of those rich classic German really bready malts and crystal malts and whatnot. Like it's probably someone's probably done it as well. But you get like a really nice robust malt backbone paired with the pumpkin and the spice. I think Schlafly I keep saying Schlafly, I mean Shipyard is somewhere around that territory. But in terms of grade for this one, I think it's also like the late 80s. I'm not like super stoked on it. It's like 87 or something like that. It's nice, but I just want more fall spice and more malt character. This, again, more gourd, which is awesome. It's nice. There's a lot of pumpkin flavor, but a lot. It's like it's a subtle flavor because it's a subtle flavored fruit, I guess. But it just has more than the other beers. I just prefer a little bit more of it. But it's still nice for what it is. If you love pumpkin ales, this is something to try. So if you guys had a chance to try District 96 Hello Gourd-Geous, let me know what you thought of it. Tasty stuff. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and more pumpkin ale. And see you guys in another beer review.